chairs thrown, players yelled at.
It was just the way it was.
The old school method of harsh coaching and tough love is declining, and society has shown little tolerance for abusive coaches.
So the strategy then was not universal, but darn near universal, of fear.
James Whitaker played football for the University of Missouri in the 1960s and currently sits in the University of Missouri Football Hall of Fame. He remembers watching a fellow player get berated in front of his team.
Even in college, you still think the coach is the man and you're still a kid. So you might feel like, well, I should have stood up for him, but I think their reactions are, golly, that doesn't seem right, but I sure as hell don't want to happen to me.
According to a study by the NCAA, of Division I athletes, 31% of men's basketball players and 22% of football players reported a coach, quote, puts me down in front of others.
Statistics say that 75% of kids quit before they get to high school. You have to ask yourself, what are those types of issues? And the general reason is it's not that much fun anymore.
For decades, sports psychology has pointed that positive reinforcement is most effective and can even expand people's peripheral vision. So if a quarterback misses a throw, a coach yelling at the player may only increase the chances of the next pass being incomplete.
That relationship, having that as a player and coach, it goes miles.
St. Joseph native Michael Hill has played football at every level, from Pee Wee to the NFL. He's played for a lot of coaches, from Jerry Partridge at Missouri Western to Chuck Pagano and Jay Gruden at the highest stage. But he'll tell you one of the most important coaches was his high school coach, Tony Dudick.
My grades weren't the best, I wasn't really studying, and Coach Dudick was just talking to us about how we have to have good grades and we have to have good character, and then we play.
I don't see kids where they're at. I see where they can be.
39-year Coach Dudick will tell you his intensity is still high.
91!
But his goal is not to put down players.
It's not about mistreating anybody. It's not about yelling all the time, but it is about demanding excellence. I would say some of my older players would say, Coach, you're getting soft.
As athletes like Michael Hill climb the ranks, the stakes get higher and higher. Coaches, players, and parents understand what could happen if they don't perform well.
Your performance is their performance. And at that level, it's a billion-dollar business. It's a lot of money in there, so if you're not getting your job done, then you're definitely going to get yelled at.
Hill says it's okay to yell in football, but there's a fine line between demanding and demeaning. Adam Waltz, Fox 26, KNPN.